Hello, my name is GingaNinja and welcome to my survival series, episode 2. In episode 1, we got ourselves started in this world, we got ourselves wooden tools, and then we upgraded to stone tools, and we got ourselves a little cabin in the woods. So we're doing really well, we're starting off really strong. But in episode 2, what I want to talk about now is crops, food. That's the thing that we want to talk about is crops. So we want to get to a point of being able to farm carrots and potatoes and wheat and maybe beetroot, maybe pumpkins and maybe melons. But the main three we're definitely going to be looking for, well the number one thing we're looking for is wheat, and then in a close second place with each other is carrots and potatoes. So that's what we want to do. So to get started, we need to find somewhere appropriate for farming, and you need a water source. And yeah, it's not like we're next to a lake. So we're gonna have to find ourselves a good amount of water. There is that there, but the land isn't very good for farming on. It's quite steep. So we want to find somewhere that's a little bit more flat. That's what we want to find. So we do have, let's grab our bed. Let's take our bed with us in case we get caught out in the night time. Always take the bed around with us. So let's head over to where the dark oak forest is over here and see if there's a bit of land between the two, like maybe a lake or a river, and we get a bit of flat land as well. Okay, I can see some pumpkins, that's great, and we've got a river. Okay, good. Okay, the land isn't too great, but it's a starting point. Let's see what's on the other side, and we'll grab these pumpkins as well. Let's grab the sugarcane while we're here, and we'll touch on this on another episode, but let's just pick it up while we're here. Quick little punch, let's use our axe on the pumpkins. So we've got a bit of a nicer flat area here actually, and we're not too far from the cabin either. Okay, this could be usable. Let's see if there's anywhere else down this way that maybe is a bit more flat. This is good. Okay, this is nice. We've got a really nice flat area here. The night is setting actually. Let's have a quick snooze and then we'll talk about this little island I've just found. Okay, so it is now the morning. Let's get these out of our hotbar now. Yeah, we found this island. Actually, this is quite a nice one. This could work. I think the cabin is literally just over that way. It's a few blocks. So this actually might be a good spot to get set up in. Yeah, I like this. We've got water pretty much all the way around. We're pretty flat. Good. Okay, this is where we're going to do this then. Okay, good. Right, let's get our bed down in the middle. Let's set ourselves up a little camp. I'm literally just going to quickly take down all these trees on this island. Yeah, I'm going to take down all these trees on this island, and then I will be back with you. Okay, so I've cut them down. The leaves are just decaying and are dropping all their things, which is awesome. So we're getting lots of sticks, lots of saplings, and we've got a couple of apples out of it as well. So it's going good. Heard a splash. There we go. So I've decided to leave this this little hill with these trees on because I thought it'd make a nice little feature on this island as our crops grow on it. So yeah, we'll make use of that. I'm also gonna possibly leave this little hill as well, just to give the island just a bit of height variation as well. We don't want it to be just a complete flat thing. We want it practical but looking nice as well is what we're going to try and do. Okay, so while the rest of these leaves are decaying and are dropping all these saplings, which is really good for us, we do actually need to go and get ourselves the ability of growing wheat. So we need seeds, and the wheat is the easiest of the three crops that we're going to grow to find, because to get wheat, all you need is seeds, and to get seeds all you need to do is punch out these grass. So let's see if we can get, there we go, some seeds. So that's all we need to do is find wheat seeds. So we just need to go around, punch a load of grass, and then eventually we'll find ourselves some wheat seeds, and then we can get that growing. With carrots and potatoes, you need to actually find carrots or potatoes, and they're not as readily spaced out and well, so you can see all that grass already there. So wheat is the easiest of the three to get going with. So that's what we're going to start on this little island of ours. So I'm going to get just a couple more wheat. I'm just going to pop over there, punch out a few more, and then we will get started over here. Okay, so I've gone and got a load of seeds. I actually have a stack of 24. That's how much it stacks up into. So I'm going to use that. That's going to be plenty for us to get started with. So island is looking clear. We've got some seeds. So what we need to do now is I want to change out this sand on here and this gravel quickly for just dirt. I'm going to leave this bit of dirt here. I'm just going to take some grass blocks from around up here, and there we go. So let's grab these gravels. I've tried to make a run for it. We want to keep those. And then we've got ourselves our land ready to turn into farmland. So what we need to do first is we need to get ourselves a hoe, because we need to till the soil ready for farming. And that is by getting ourselves a few sticks as well, heading onto the crafting table, and then we have a stone hoe. So now that we have the stone hoe, what we want to do is we want to till the soil into farmland. So we want to go from the water line, we want to go back 5 blocks. That's as far as it will moisture the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is as far as that will go. But the same there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one, because it's stepped in, we're going to get a little bit further in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how we're going to do that. We'll have a little bit of a crossover here. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how we're going to end up doing this farmland for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how we farm the soil. So I'm just going to do this all the way around the outside of the island, and then once I've done that, I'll be back with you, and then we can get these seeds planted. Okay, I'm back. So I've tilled this whole soil around the outside of this island, ready for us to get planting on. So if you get to some points where you're not sure the water source is going to actually reach them, like it's not going to moisture the soil, worst case scenario is just till it anyway, and if it turns back into soil, then it's not moistured. So there's an easy answer for that one. So we've got a couple of blocks around the other side which could or could not be, so we're just going to till them and we're going to see what happens. But for now, let's get our seeds planted. Let's start over here, and we're literally just going to right click on the space, and then we have a seed place advancement has been made, and we can see closer that is plant a seed and watch it grow. But we're not actually going to watch it grow, we're going to plant the rest of these. So let's do that. So that's as far as our stack of 64 seeds has gone, which is not very far, all things considered how big this island is. But it's a good thing to do is to plan how big you want your farmland to be. Eventually we are going to fill this whole island and we're going to make it our wheat farmland. So that's why I've gone all around the outside. I know I've got water connected to it. Eventually we'll figure out the filtration for this center when we get to that point. But like I said, we've only got that amount of seeds. Now the way that seeds are going to work is once they've grown up, and you break them, they will drop seeds and wheat. So that means that we can replant the seeds and keep the wheat. So this is actually a really, really good, efficient farm. I need to sleep again. So I'm going to stand here and watch these, which is pretty much going to be like watching a pot boil. It will never boil, but for your benefit, I am going to skip to these being grown. So I will see you in literally a second, but what's going to feel like a lifetime for me. While I'm waiting for these things to grow, I thought I'll just share with you on the F3 screen on the right hand side, underneath where it says Minecraft Wheat, we have an age, and then this is something that's going to help you to know when's the best time to farm these. So looking at a seed that is just placed, it's an age 0, and then we've got an age 1, age 2, age 3, and the age that we're waiting for is age 7. So that lets you know that when you see one that says a 7, that it's ready to go and it's not going to grow up any more than that, and you can harvest it. So I'll show you that when these are all ready. And here we go, we've got one that is fully grown. So if we go our F3 screen up, we can see that has an age of 7, and then if we give that a tap with the hoe, you can punch it as well. So punch, and then we've got ourselves 4 seeds back from that, so that's a great return for the seeds, and we've got a wheat as well. So that is how we're going to get the wheats, and that's how we get the extra seeds. So we can now replace that one, and we have 3 more to spend with. So that's how eventually we're going to get this whole thing filled up, is once these guys are all done. And as we can see on the right hand side, these are age 6, so we're going to leave them just a little bit longer to be in age 7. And then yeah, so that's how we're going to get wheat. So while the rest of this is growing up, I'm actually going to take this moment to get ourselves a little bridge in. So this is a good time when you're waiting for something to grow, is to make something if you need it. So I'm going to do a bridge to connect to about here, because this is the least steep by the looking at this hill that we can use to get back to our cabin. So yeah, I'm going to put a little bridge Just a simple one leading to there, and then I might just sculpt this just a tad, just so it's not so steep for us. Maybe get some slabs in there as well, so it's easy to walk up. So I'm going to be back in a minute, and I'm going to have a simple bridge in place. Okay, so we've got some more crops now grown ready, so we can pick these and then get the new seeds planted quickly. And then I've also gone ahead and I've got a bit more of a path leading back to our cabin. So let me get these seeds down and then I can show you what I've got up to whilst waiting for these things to grow, which hasn't taken too long, but plenty of time to go and work on some stuff while we're waiting. So get these in. Nice, it's actually night time, so have a quick sleep. So whilst we're waiting for those things to now grow, we've actually now got 23 wheat. So we can go back to our crafting table. We can now either make a hay bale, which is 9 wheat to make a hay bale, and I'll show you what you can do with that. Or you can actually turn the wheat into bread, and it's 3 wheat to make 1 bread. So we now have 4 breads as another food source, which is great because I'm starting to get really, really low on food. So there we go. We now have sustainable food. And these things are going to keep on growing, and we're going to keep on picking them, and we're going to keep on planting them, like so. So heading over our bridge that I've just put together, nice and simple bridge, nothing too fancy, that's all we need. Just get from one bit to the next bit. And then I've also started putting in these slab layers and kind of carving out a path into the spruce forest. I've also gone ahead and I've planted down some saplings just to kind of bring back up a bit of a forest feel, because it was looking a bit bare. So we kind of want to have that idea that we're walking through a forest. I think we want to keep that. So this path leading all the way along here takes us up to a bit of a valley that we're going to have to get another bridge in, and there's our cabin. So it's not too far a walk, and we've made a bit of a scenic route on the way as well. So we're using the landscape to our advantage, and it's looking really nice. So we just run back to our cabin, and what I'm going to show you with this hay bale concerns the campfire. So we have a smokestack going at the moment, but it's not very tall and it's a bit see-through, a bit transparent. So what we're going to do with the hay bale is that you can place it underneath. So break out the block underneath it, place the hay bale there. We'll put that slab back in place, and then if we go outside, we can see that the smoke is thicker and raising higher. So perfect for seeing the smoke in the distance. So we might not be able to see it from the farmland, but definitely if we go wandering off, we'll definitely be able to see that from not too far. So perfect. There we have it, guys. There is our crop farm in place for wheat, and we are going to have plenty of bread now as our food source. We didn't get around to finding any potatoes or carrots, but they are the similar idea that once you have your farmland in place, then get those planted, and when they're grown, you break them and then replant. So exactly the same idea for potatoes and carrots. But that's all I have time for in this episode today. I hope you found it useful. If you did, then please hit that like button. It really does help. And then if you're new here, then please consider hitting subscribing and come along for the journey as we develop this world and we learn some new Minecraft techniques. But my name is GingaNinja. I will see you in episode 3 real soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.